Hello, hello, hello. This is Christine Michelle, and we are going to try to fix this so that you can see me on Facebook and you can see me on Instagram. So, hello, hello, hello. I am Christine Michelle, and today I am talking to you about what I recommended for my $1 million client to do that I needed to do myself. Because, real talk, I know you're brilliant. You are creating magic. And lately, you may be feeling like everything is kind of going through the motions. And let's shift that. Let's shift that. And so, in this video, this is also going to be on the podcast. I am going to share how I wasn't living one of my core principles that's super important to me and what I did to shift. And I'm also going to share what I do in my work that helps my clients make multi-millions and what I am going to invite you to do as well. And it's also helped me get back to where I need to be. So if you are aware, some of you, I mean, it's just happening all over the world, but definitely if you live in the Americas, if you live in North America, the United States, things have been kind of crazy lately, right? They're dropping bombs on countries, and the world just feels like the Wild Wild West. And let's be real, make sure it's working. Just to be real, like, some of the politicians and all the things they're like playing cosplay for war and doing whatever they want, and it's craziness. And with some of the cuts that are helping me to other families, and if you are like me, you are an intuitive and you really feel, it can feel like craziness, right? It can feel like heavy, right? You can look on your Facebook feed or your Instagram feed, and there's just always something. And if you're like me and you have a high vibration business, or you have a business that's focused on frequency, divinity, and all of those things, you're not necessarily talking about all of the real world things, because a lot of that is distraction. A lot of that is to, take your attention, right? And to create more fear, more division, more, to make you easily manipulable. And so if you decide, and this, you have a business like I do, and you're like, yeah, I'm not going to pay attention to that stuff, and you still have lots of great things happening in your life, but then you also see a lot of people suffering, it can affect you a lot, right? Because you are all highly emotionally intelligent women. And if you're tuned in, tapped in, emotionally intelligent, it can be a lot, and it can feel like you are a walking contradiction, because you might have great things happening in your world, but then you also see things that are happening that are real and very difficult. And so I can tell you, recently I am in New Orleans right now because my mom had a stroke. She is getting better, but there are 6 appointments a week. There are different things that are happening. And of course, my sister and I, as the girls, are there to support my mom and my dad as they walk through this. And so on top of that, and running a successful business and having lots of amazing clients, and everyone is doing amazing, it can be very challenging to keep up with it all. Okay. And so I just moved into a new apartment. It was on the 20th floor. I had just all of this excitement about this move, all of this excitement about what was potentially going to happen. And we move, and then a week later, everything happens with my mom. And then after that, I'm here in New Orleans, not in the new apartment. Like we've been here longer than I've been in my new apartment with me and my sister. And so you go from a high of all these visions of what could possibly be to a low of, just getting things done, keeping up with everything, right? Just walking one foot in front of the other. And you can find that while I've been showing up and while I've been doing all the things, was I really anchored into my joy? Was I really anchored into my joy? Because in the midst of it all, there is a kind of numbness because you're trying not to pay attention to all the crazy news, right? And then you're also focused on um, facilitating, taking care of the parents, getting all the meals together, doing all the things that you need to do. And you put all of that together, and then what does that look like? So I was having a coaching conversation with one of my multi-millionaire clients, and my assignment for her was for her to focus on her joy, really, really focus on her joy, and do all of the things that really light her up in her business. And because I was like, what does that, multi-millionaire, like $10 million version of her do? How is she showing up? What is she feeling? Like those type of things. And I'm like, like giving her the list of things that she gets to do. And then she was like, yeah, I'm going to do it and all this kind of stuff. And then I started to notice that I was like, everything that I was telling her to do, I needed to do for myself as well. How many of you have felt that? Like everything that you are teaching your client to do, because you can see it, you see the feelings, you see what she's doing, you see where she gets to go, you can feel where the frequency is lying. You can, if you're very aware, which all of you watching this are, you can be like, oh, there's something in this for me too. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So I had let a lot of the work that I normally do, the alignment work, the like getting it together, feeling the feelings, like doing the things that I needed to do, go when I shifted from the environment that I was in, which is my home, my everything, into an environment where things are a little busy and we're getting into a routine again and helping and, just a whole bunch of new responsibilities. And so it wasn't intentional, but it happens. Life happens. If you're watching this, life happens. And so I realized that even though it's not intentional, I am aware of it. I know that my joy is here when it gets to be here. And that is how I built $1 million business, right? A near $1 million business. We're close. I can't wait to announce it. But I built it on joy. I built it on me anchoring in the identity, right? The identity of the woman, like the everything that I desire and being that woman. And this isn't saying like when I say joy is my strategy and joy has always been my business strategy, this doesn't mean that I'm like, oh, ha ha ha, he, all day, all day, all day. No. Joy is one of the few frequencies that encompasses all frequencies, which means that you can be in your joy even in a moment of difficulty. You can be in your peace and joy, knowing that things are working out for you. You can be in blissful joy, right? Laughing, talking, yes, amazing, right? But that's usually the only version of joy that everyone talks about. And that's why in La Lumiere, my year-long experience, we are focused on anchoring in the frequency of joy, because the more people that can anchor in that frequency of joy, the world shifts. This is why people want you to watch the news, or why there's all the chaos, and why they want to embed fear and worry and all of those things. Because when you are in joy, remembering you are divinity, you aren't manipulatable. But when you are in fear, you can easily be manipulated. So knowing that this is something that I get to work on, and then thinking like my hundreds of clients and thousands of clients that I've worked with, I was like, yeah, we all need to anchor in the joy. I created an experience that is starting on July 1st. This experience is called Lit. Just Lit. Lit stands for legendary, iconic, and turn the fuck on. It is a 30-day instant manifestation portal. And what it's going to include is 30 days of 30 days of audios, and a private podcast that you will have access to, and a Telegram channel. It also includes, you're going to have daily musings from me of transmissions of what I am doing to anchor in my joy. You are going to receive 30 days of my voodoo practices. I'm going to walk you through in the live call the different practices that I'm using and that I'm going to use on a daily basis, what I used to do, to anchor in the identity of the joyful woman, the $10 million me. Because this is a portal that is going to take you from where you are right now. If you're going through the motions, even if you're having success and you're nervous to be joyful and excited about where you are, this is going to take you where you really want to go. How many of y'all excited about that? Yes, yes. And so when I am lit up, and this is why it's called lit, because it's soul fire. We're lighting the soul fire again. Because when you are lit up, you sell easily, you speak better, it comes from within, you magnetize clients. This is why when my clients are lit the F up, they make all these sales. It's so easy for them to do whatever they're doing because they are lit up and excited about the work that they are doing. And I found that because I had so much stress and I had all the things going on, I wasn't lit up. And now we are going to do it. You're walking with me. We're going to walk together so that I can get back lit up, and so can you. Okay? And so the way my clients have made millions is because we focus on their frequency first. We focus on what they are doing, yes, of course, but it's who they are being. And the reason why I had that conversation with the multi-millionaire client was because I was like, who are you being behind the scenes? When you have all of the stresses, when you have everything going on, when you have the things you need to work through and work on, who are you being? Hello, Carol. She says, joy is my second language. It's nice to see you. Yes, yes, yes. It's so important. And so for $33, which is about $1 a day, for all of June, we are going to get lit. How many of you want to get lit? Those of you on Instagram, those of you on Facebook. How many of you want to get lit? I say this over and over again every time I talk about joy. We used to in the melanated community, we call it black joy, because even when things are really hard and difficult and they look like you cannot win, you will see a big community just line dancing and saying we are going to be joyful regardless because we know that we will win. Doesn't that feel good? Yes, yes, yes. I'm back in my high frequencies. Yes. And so that's what lit is about. It's about lighting that soul fire and anchoring in your identity every single day as the joyful woman, as the successful woman, and for me, as the $10 million me, whatever version of you that is, and actually doing it with a group of people to amp up this frequency of joy for all of us. No more going through the motions. No more waiting for, the news to support that we get to be joyful. Deciding that we get to be joyful and things get to shift because we have shifted. And so it is going to be so good. It came through me like yesterday. I set everything up today. This is just totally coming through. And I would love to have each and every one of you there while you are also getting lit the F up. How many are ready to get to lit the F up? Yes. And so if you are the kind of woman who doesn't just want results, you want to feel amazing while you're lit, right? You want to feel lit up from the inside out. You want to feel excited about everything that you're doing. You want to feel deep, present, patient, like joy. Then lit is for you. Lit is for you. Let's see. Elizabeth says, woman, I did not realize we had each other on Facebook. Yes, here we go, Elizabeth. Hello. And so I am inviting you into lit. $33. I have not done this in forever. My 30-day experiences are next level. And the amount of power and shifting that you experience in 30 days, it's quantum leaps for all. I haven't done it in years. And I was like, let's do a 30-day experience. I want to pour into you because I know when I pour into you, it's poured into me. Elizabeth says, Mastermind Queens, here we go. Yeah. And so for 30 days, for only $33, I am pouring into you. I am walking you through my process of getting lit up again. I am walking you through my process of anchoring in joy. I am walking you through everything that I will be doing for the next 31 days. Actually, it's over 30 days. It's 31 days. It starts on the 1st. And so when people see you, they are going to be like, oh, who is she and what is going on? Because they're going to feel your joy. They're going to feel your excitement. They're going to feel how much you absolutely love and are certain about the work that you are sharing. And so it is my honor to share with you lit. I will drop the links. Let me see if I can find the link. I'll do it in, here we go. I'm going to put it in Facebook here, and then I'll see if I can put it in, hello everybody that's on Instagram. Let's put it in Instagram. I'm loving this setup to be able to do the lives in both places. It's like the bomb. Oh! But Instagram is about to fall down. Okay, so if you have been, like I say, going through the motions a little bit, wondering like, is it okay to show my joy? Is it okay for me not to feel like so down and so depressed and all of those things? Yes, it is. And in fact, that is your job. As leaders, it's your job to show everyone the way. And you can't show them the way if you are falling for all of the craziness, if you're falling for all of the chaos, if you're falling for all of the ridiculousness and letting that affect your vibration and your frequency. And so that's what lit is about. It's about being the change, being the happiness, being the joy that everyone else wants to experience, even at a time when people tell you no, that you shouldn't be smiling, that you should do this or that you should do that. And so I cannot wait to see you in lit. The link is here. The link is there. It's also in my bio. And if you have any questions, the sales page gives you all of the details, but definitely hop in my DMs. I'm always available. And I ask you this weekend to start playing with being lit. Start playing with being in joy. Start playing with holding the frequency of joy while you're holding any other frequency, because they don't have to cancel out each other. And I promise you, you are going to feel a difference. And I'm sending you so much love. And I will see you will see all of you. You, in lit. Bye.